Oof. Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another match reaction. Barcelona versus Getafe. Barcelona win 4-0. You guys heard me right. Barcelona win an emphatic fashion over Getafe. We absolutely demolished Getafe on tonight's performance. And there's a lot to talk about. And we finally see a good Barcelona performance. But guys, before we get started on the video, make sure to follow me on all of my social media platforms. Everything's posted down below in the description. Go over there and check me out. That way you guys can stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. Look, let's get straight into it. And let's look at Barcelona's lineup ahead of this game. This is how Xavi lined up. So you had Ter Stegen in goal. You had Cancelo, Pau Cubarsí, Ronald Araujo, and Koundé in the defense. You had Gundogan, Christensen, and Frankie de Jong in the midfield. And up top, you had Joao Felix, Lewandowski, and Raphinha. Xavi, he opted to rest both Pedri and Lamine Yamal. He played Felix and Raphinha in their place. And as well, he played Cubarsí instead of Inigo Martinez, and Cubarsí partnered Ronald Araujo. And honestly, guys, there's a lot to talk about, but there's not a single player who played bad. I know that Lewandowski's 6.9 rating, is the worst. But genuinely, I even Lewandowski, I think he had a good game. He was giving out some great passes. He had some good touches, getting into dangerous opportunities. The only thing that was missing for Lewandowski is to get on the score sheet. But looking at the performance from Barcelona, I really liked it. It was all around very solid. Barcelona were creating lots of chances, getting to some good positions, making sure that Getafe, they didn't have any clear-cut chances. We did make some mistakes, though, from players such as Araujo, such as Frankie de Jong. In the start, we gave some very poor passes, and, it did get a little bit dangerous. But, I at no point in time did I feel like Getafe were absolutely overwhelming Barcelona. And that's one thing that I really liked. But let me bring this up for you guys, and let's talk about every player individually. Now, Ter Stegen, when his game, he didn't really have to do much. There were a couple instances where he was called into action, and he did seem a little bit suspect, but he didn't necessarily have a bad game. And I would say the same thing for basically everyone on the defense. I think everyone played solid. I think the best defender was Cubarsí. Cubarsí was amazing, guys, and I can't say this enough. Cubarsí on the ball, and just the personality and the composure that he has to be 17 and playing at this level, it's just absolutely amazing to see. Pau Cubarsí was fantastic, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see him start, in that game against Napoli, because the way he's playing and the way he's conducting himself is that of a top player. I could say the same thing for Koundé. Koundé was fantastic today, making some good runs, making some good passes. There were multiple instances where Koundé would, give a long ball to either Raphinha, Lewandowski, or Joao Felix, and he, that's part of his game. He's such a technical player, and that's why he's playing in that right back position. And overall, good game from Koundé. Araujo, he had a good game as well. But as I said before, there were some instances where he gave some stupid mistakes and got into Barcelona some dangerous instances. But luckily, nothing came out of that. And in the midfield, guys, you have to talk about Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong in the second half was absolutely amazing. He was fantastic, just literally everywhere. He got a goal. Which we are going to look at. We're going to look at some images because obviously I can't show the video, but generally the squad played really well. And yeah, a good display from Barcelona. That's basically summed up. It was a fantastic display from Barcelona, and I really liked that. I really enjoyed the game. Gundogan and Christensen, two players who had a very, very good game. Gundogan gained some very, very good good passes, passing it to Raphinha, to Joao Felix, and he did come off in the second half for Pedri, but this was in the 83rd minute, just giving some rest. Christensen, he came off for Ormel, who I thought Ormel, he didn't really have to do much. Christensen as well had a solid game. He did get an assist for the second goal, in which we are going to look at. And up top, you had Joao Felix, who did get a goal as well. And from the very start, he showed intensity. He showed a good attitude. He was no being dangerous, and I really liked Joao Felix's overall game. One of the best Barca games this season, absolutely, Yosole. And you can basically count Barcelona's good games with like the fingers on your hand. Barcelona, they've had few good games, and this definitely has been one of the best. What's up, Usman? And we have to talk about the man of the match, Raphinha. I know at the start of the game, a lot of people were frustrated with Raphinha because Raphinha, we basically saw everything from him, from like everything in this game. We saw the good, we saw the bad, and we saw the ugly. Shout out to Tuyosei for that comment. But Raphinha, he was getting such dangerous opportunities. He did get a goal, but at the end of the half, it was only 1-0, and it honestly should have been 3 or 4-0. And luckily, the game didn't get out of our hands. Barcelona were clinical with their chances in the second half. And let's look at the goals right now, guys. This is Barcelona's first goal, but if you can see, it's Rafinha basically making a run inside the box, and he had the option to pass it to Joao Felix right here, who's completely wide open, and he decides to finish it bottom left hand corner. And Rafinha, he had 3 instances of this, and he was only able to finish one of them off. The other one he sent over, and this is basically exact instance. He sent one over to the stands, and the third one he decided to pass it to Joao Felix because he already had a goal, and he unfortunately, put a little bit too much power on it. In the second instance, you had Christensen making a run, past the defenders and passing it to Joao Felix, who has an easy tap in right here across the box. And lovely team goal from Barcelona. I really like that. The third goal is once again Rafinha making a run. Rafinha basically taps it back to Frankie de Jong, and Frankie de Jong, with an open goal, takes the shot and gets the goal. And the last one is basically affirming Lopez rebound. Vitor Roque making a run. Who Vitor Roque? I don't know what Xavi's doing with Vitor Roque. I think this would have been the perfect game to play Vitor Roque. Vitor Roque, a player who can run in behind. He had tons of space. As Getafe were playing a high line, which was a little bit interesting because they weren't playing the deep block that they normally do. And Vitor Roque, he's making that run in behind. Not the best of finishes. The strike is directly at the goalkeeper. Fermin Lopez with the rebound, and he hits it and makes it 4-0. But really liked it. And Barcelona, they get multiple goals, and they finish off the game. My boy from Bangladesh showed up. Yes, he did. What's up, Pineapple? Welcome to the stream. Raphinha, he had a very, very good game. But lastly, guys, let's look at some quotes from the players and see what sensations is regarding them. Okay, so let's look at this. Joao Felix, the key was not to start losing the match, as it has happened to us so much this season. We always have to rush a comeback, and I'm glad the players, they have this feeling, because Barcelona, they've made a lot of mistakes throughout the season where we've had to start on the back foot, and I'm really glad that the players, they responded, and they knew to start with intensity. Hopefully, we can do this more often, and we don't have to see poor performances in this season. But guys, this was one of the few saves in which Ter Stegen had to make. Ter Stegen dove bottom right hand corner. Mija with a great shot outside the box. Ter Stegen was managed to get a hand to it, and it hits the post. Joao Felix with some more words. We will fight for La Liga until the very end. Every team can lose points at any time. We have to keep believing. Now, this is true. Obviously, like, Barcelona is not mathematically out of the title race, but what I want for Barcelona to do is just take it step by step. Take it step by step. Just focus on winning your games. Don't look at Real Madrid. Don't look at Girona. Because if you guys don't know, we're currently 5 points behind Real Madrid, but we do have a game over them. And Girona, they're going to be playing on Monday. and I believe Real Madrid are going to be playing on. No, they're going to be playing tomorrow, and so if both teams win, we basically be third, 1 point behind Girona and 8 points behind Real Madrid. And so I don't think it's a good idea to just to focus on the title race. I think it's a good idea just to focus on the day by day, just focus on getting these wins, go step by step, and then if we still have some chances, maybe like in a month or two, then we can have a discussion about winning La Liga title. But look at this: Ilkay Gundogan is the first player in the top 5 European leagues to reach the 100 chances created this season in our competitions. Guys, we have to talk about the season that Ilkay Gundogan is having. Gundogan is having a fantastic season so far. And it's such a shame that we're not taking advantage of it to its full. Because Barcelona, they've been so poor at the start of the season. They've been so poor. And just if we can keep this up, heading towards the business end of the season, who knows? Maybe we can come back. Still way too early days to have that discussion, but who knows? It's very good to see Gundogan having a good season. Imagine somehow we actually win La Liga and Xavi leaves. Pineapple, that'd be crazy. But no, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. But continuing on, I did everything possible to come back from my injury as soon as possible. I'm doing my work for the team. And Joao Felix, he had a good game. As I said before in multiple instances, when a player does bad, it's all right to constructively criticize him. But when he does well, you have to praise him. It's only fair. And Joao Felix, he had a good game. He showed some very good intensity. He showed a good attitude. He was pressing, getting to good areas, got a goal. You can't really say much about Felix negatively. Joao Felix, we had a plan and we executed it. Everything went well. It did. What a photo. Now we'll be looking at some raphinha quotes. The more goals we score, the better. That is true. Raphinha, I really wanted to play this match. They sent me off against Getafe in the first match of the season. Yeah, that's true. Yo, what's up, Sebi? We cook. Yo, what's up, TVS? What's good? Wait, yo, Sebi. Are you I'm gonna send the invite. If you want to join, feel free, but just click on the link. And guys, that goes to anyone. To anyone who wants to join the stream, just click on the link I send on X via StreamYard, and you'll be able to join. Well, let me see. Hold on, give me a second, guys. Where is it? Yeah, whatever. Well, Sebi, if you want to, just click on the link and then you'll be able to join. Getafe came pressing. I think the team would act slow and tired, but we hit him. I can't, bro. Well, I mean, at least Barcelona got a good performance. Getafe came pressing, thinking the team would act slow and tired, but we hit them with well timed run in behind. I genuinely thought that if Vitor Roque was in this game, we could have won by a bigger goal difference. Okay, no worries, Sebi. No worries. I'm not worried about Lamine Yamal. It's a pleasure to have him as a teammate. Surely he will become one of the best players in the world. Competition is good. It motivates us more. And this is something that Mustafa was talking about. Having that competition is healthy. Obviously, you don't want these players feeling 100% comfortable, because then mediocrity starts to settle in. I'm not worried about losing my position, so maybe I don't have to give my all. But competition is a healthy thing. And I was talking earlier in the video, in the watch along, and saying that if that since Lamine Yamal is now become the starter of Barcelona, this is an important game for Raphinha to do well in, because he's basically playing his future at the club. If Raphinha doesn't do well in these next couple of weeks in this game, then rumors are going to start coming back up, talking about his future, etc., etc., and he would be on the chopping block next summer. Bring me Bayern. Bring us Bayern. Yes, I've seen enough. Yeah, bring me Bayern right now. This Bayern team, I'm taking this Bayern team. I'm taking this Bayern team. Rafinha is the Darwin Nunez of wingers. You know what? TVS, you're actually cooking with that comment, because I would call, Darwin Nunez, Raphinha, they're useful breaks. These guys can have very, very good performances, but at the same time, in the same game, they can show you instances where they're just like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Um, some more, some more quotes from Raphinha. I'm coming back from injury, gaining playing time. It's nice to score and assist, but the important thing is a win. And we played well. We played well. We dominated. We enjoyed the football, and that's something that we just haven't seen enough of. But Fermin bleeds Blaugrana. And guys, Fermin Lopez's cameo was absolutely fantastic, man. Fermin Lopez, he just provided that dynamism and energy and intensity into that midfield when he came on. He came on for Joao Felix, which I was actually surprised. I was thinking like, hey, why is he coming on for Joao Felix? I thought that Joao Felix should have had more minutes, but he was getting to good, dangerous opportunities, creating some very good chances, having some good link up play, and overall, I definitely want to see more of Fermin Lopez. Um, good performance from Christian today as a defensive midfielder. Yes, I still think Rafinha should be sold. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Barcelona, they can't have a 60 to 70 million or 80 million winger on the bench. Like we can't have that. And Barcelona, obviously, they should be looking to sell Rafinha. And it's not, because Rafinha is atrociously bad or anything. He's still a quality player. But the thing is, you can't keep a player that expensive on the bench. No, that's the thing. Firming in the midfield three loses possession too much, but is very good with controllers behind him. The thing is that Fermin Lopez, he's a mixture. I would say he's more of like a Gavi type player. He's not a CDM. He's not a cam. You know, he would be playing more so of like a false nine, like that type of position. You know, and if Barcelona they are to continue with this like four-man midfield, he'd be a great option, to basically replace Gundogan or Pedre. But guys, I wanted to talk about Vitor Roque for a second because one of the few things, and I would say the only thing I didn't like is that Vitor Roque did not get more minutes and that he came on as a right winger. Basically, he came on for Rafinha. I think he should have come on for Robert Lewandowski, and we've seen very limited minutes of Vitor Roque in that striker position, and that's not very good or easy for him to develop because if we're trying to develop Vitor Roque into be this great player. We want him to play in his position, in that striker position, not out on the wings, not on the left, not on the right, because we've seen Xavi played him both on the left and on the right. And that's not good for his development. And that's probably I would say the only like negative from tonight that I would take away. But let's continue on. Let's see what social media is saying, and let's see what Bayern looking at playing better. Oh, wait, are Bayern winning? Oh, Bayern Munich is right now playing against RB Leipzig. No, at home. There was someone on Twitter that said before the game, if Rafinha scored, he would go bald. Roque is a central player. Don't buy a striker to play wing. I don't know how more obvious that's going to be. Like, for example, guys, if you buy a striker, you play him in the striker position. Crazy to think about. If you buy a winger, you play him out on the wing. If you buy a center back, play him in center back. Then not difficult to understand, guys. Barcelona hit 4 and moved to second place. Yep. Look at that. Lovely photo, guys. Lovely photo. 4 goals, a clean sheet, and finally a dominant display. It feels good, man. We needed this. We really needed this. Also, momentarily back into second place. And guys, Romeo with hair. That's funny. Oh my god. Barcelona, Argentina. But yeah, man. Pau Cubarsí, man. His stats were fantastic tonight. 93 touches, 71 passes completed, 87% pass accuracy, 2 out of 2 duels won, 4 out of 4 aerial duels won, 8 clearances, and 5 recoveries. He had an absolutely monstrous game. And I'm growing to be a fan of the kid game by game. Frankie de Jong, they told me after the match that I scored the club's 1,000th goal. I'm happy to score a historical. Wait, what? S- Congrats to Frankie. He scored. Barcelona have scored 1,000 goals. Wow. And to think that Messi. Wow. Wow, that's a lot. That is a lot. 672 what for Messi? No, no. Oh, well, I'm gonna go fact check that. But guys, as I said at the start of the video, Barcelona they had 1,000 and 11,000. No, because like I was thinking like 1,000. Like that's way too little. Um, but overall, sensations from the game, really good. Barcelona, they have a dominant display. We get the clean sheet. We score a lot of goals. Barcelona, they enjoy the football that we're playing, and I'm really excited to know to have these next couple of days where we feel this positive sensation, and we build towards that game against Athletic Club in the San Mamés next weekend. It's not going to be easy, but that's going to be our trial of fire to see if this Barcelona team really has it to go all the way. We've been saying this for a couple weeks and a couple months, but today could be a turning point. We'll have to see. And hopefully Barcelona they do get the job done. We get the same type of result. I'm not saying maybe like a 4-0 performance, but a performance where Barcelona play well and they win, and that builds confidence and that builds momentum ahead of that Napoli tie, in which a lot is going to be at stake. But what's up, Morgan? Welcome to the stream. Unfortunately, I'm going to be ending it just right now. But guys, let me know your guys' thoughts on the performance tonight. How are you guys feeling knowing that Barcelona won 4-0? And obviously, we will be back with some more match reaction, talking a little bit more of that in the Monday episode. And as always, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And see you guys all in the next video. Peace out, everyone.